One of the most influential artists during the High Renaissance period was the Italian painter Raphael Sanzio. He was born in 1483 in Italy, and along with Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, he fits into the traditional trinity of great masters of this time period. According to Crow, although Raphael only lived 37 years, these years witnessed the revolution that changed but did not destroy Italian art. This was a revolution that gave social position to painters. The first work analyzed in this video will be Raphael's painting titled Ezekiel's Vision. This painting was made in 1518, and it is oil on panel. It measures 40 by 30 centimeters, and it is located in the Galleria Palentina in Florence. The subject is found in the Bible in Ezekiel chapter 1, and it portrays the majestic presence of God. In the center of the painting, God is seated on a throne surrounded by 4 creatures and 2 cherubims. The 2 faces of the cherubims, along with God's face, forms a triangular shape, which was a common theme used in the High Renaissance. The 4 winged creatures appear to be a man, a calf, a lion, and an eagle, and they're all looking up to God. According to Hitchcock, the 4 creatures of Ezekiel's vision were understood to symbolize the 4 evangelists: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. In the Bible, Ezekiel had many visions. In the first vision, there was a cloud and a windstorm illuminated by a bright light with God as the center, which is what this artwork is based off of. To the bottom left, there is a small figure which represents Ezekiel, but he is so far off to the side that he is insignificant. The main focus is on God. The colors are not too bright, but instead there are soft pastel colors like red, yellow, and blue. There is an example of chiaroscuro in the painting, casting a shadow on the creatures, which gives them more depth. Ezekiel's vision is a typical example of how Raphael incorporated some of Michelangelo's style of art and elements into his own work. In the painting, Raphael seems to have taken inspiration from Michelangelo's depiction of God in his work Creation of Adam. In a side-by-side comparison, they both share very similar features, from the long hair to the beard to even the muscular figure. Overall, Raphael's depiction of the vision has done a very good job in conveying the overall essence of God's divine glory and majesty.
The artwork that I will be covering is called David with the Head of Goliath by Michelangelo Merisi, also more famously known as Caravaggio. David with the Head of Goliath was finished in 1610 and its medium is oil on canvas. The dimensions of the painting are 49 inches by 40 inches, and the painting is currently located in Galleria Borghese in Rome. The artwork David with the Head of Goliath depicts the aftermath of the fight between David and the giant Goliath. In the painting, you can see young David gripping Goliath by the hair, holding up his severed head right after battle. When you focus on Goliath, you can see that his mouth is partially open, while his eyes glare dazedly at nothing. Then, from Goliath's neck, you can see blood drip from his detached head. As David holds the head, he looks at it with a downcast expression, which has caused a lot of controversy. Some people believe the look is pensive, compassionate, and filled with remorse, while others see a look of quiet triumph. The weapon in David's right hand is not the famous sling of the biblical story, but Goliath's own sword, which was used by David against him. According to the article Caravaggio and the Head of Goliath, a close look at the sword shows the following inscription: HASOS, which is believed to be an abbreviation for the Latin phrase
Humilitas occidit superbiam,
or humility shall kill pride. According to art historians, Goliath is a self-portrait of Caravaggio. By using himself as a model for Goliath, Caravaggio is making a statement about his own character and reputation as the evil or bad guy. In fact, Caravaggio was wanted for murder during the creation of this painting. Caravaggio not only used his own head for Goliath, but he used Francesco Bonari as David. Francesco Bonari was Caravaggio's servant, pupil, and model. As an artist, Caravaggio was well known for portraying his figures as more natural and realistic. He wouldn't use godlike models like many of the other artists from this time period. This is because Caravaggio preferred to show a common, everyday scene in his art, also known as genre. Another evident characteristic of Caravaggio is the presence of cellar lighting, or strong directional lighting. In this painting, you can see that there is a strong light shining from the left side of the painting to the right side, in one distinct direction. The dark black background is also an example of tenebrism, which is described as painting in the dark manner. Overall, the use of abrupt lights and darks contrasting each other is a lighting technique known as emphatic chiaroscuro. This work is a classic representation of Caravaggio's influential style of art.